You're like the nicest atheist I've ever met. I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh,
Anyhow.
I hope people aren't mean.
Okay, that's not to say that they're all
Okay,
mean,
no,
but
that's all
you
right.
know.
I hope for your guys' sake that nobody's mean, that's all. But yeah,
What's your view on God?
God. Well, I'm an atheist, so I don't believe in a God, I guess. But, you know, I'm not going to discriminate against anyone who follows any kind of religion. I'm fine with that, so.
That's fair. I think I just more want to know, what is your view for God? You're an atheist, obviously. Why do you hold that position?
I guess I don't know, I haven't seen evidence of a God. I was also raised in a household where my parents don't push a kind of religion on me, so I've just never been led down that path. I guess I've explored it in ways through other people I've known who do follow religions, but it's just never really been my sort of thing, and I just don't think there is one. That's all.
You're like the nicest atheist I've ever met. I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh,
Anyhow.
I hope people aren't mean.
Okay, that's not to say that they're all
Okay,
mean,
no,
but
that's all
you
right.
know.
I hope for your guys' sake that nobody's mean, that's all. But yeah, that's what.
If we have something that we can draw our source of truth from, then that's something that can be applied to the rest of the world. And it would fit, because in one part of the world we will say murder is wrong, and in another part of the world they say, well, we don't like the way this guy is, we're just going to kill him. And so, like, if we go by people's opinions, we're going to live by a subjective society, which is what I kind of feel like we're all moving into right now anyway, because people go more by the emotions rather than the actual truth of things. But if we were, see, for me, I would draw from the Bible, and I would say our moral framework and makeup comes from the Word of God. And if I was to look at any situation, then I could say that something is wrong and is right. Whereas if we only go by what we feel, who's to say that Hitler was wrong?
No, I understand. I guess what I'd be curious of then is, like, for you, if you don't mind me asking, like,
Please.
other religions? Like, is it, like, you know, there's other religions that would contradict yours as well. In a way, how do you know what's true and what isn't? Is it just because you do believe that your God is true, and that's, yeah.
Thank you. I love that question. So, no, please ask. So, my answer to that is, when I look at other religions, and I make a comparison to what I believe is truth, right? And I would always test the truth with I would always test truth to see if it stands, because by definition, truth should be exclusive and it should be able to stand regardless of what criticism comes against it. Would you agree?
That's fair.
So when I look at other religions, and I don't say this to disrespect people, but I say this out of the honesty of my heart, I confidently can say that they're wrong, not in a way where I'm going to walk up to them and like, you're wrong. I don't mean it like that. But I make a more confident and bold statement in knowing that I'm true, and by default, it's going to show that others are wrong. Like, I'll give you an example. If I believe that something is true, and I believe that the color of your jacket is blue, and then somebody else says it's pink, and then somebody else says it's green, and somebody else gives different colors, and it's all subjective opinions, regardless of everyone's opinion, the color's still going to remain, and truth still remains. And so what I'm saying is, like, I would test that truth to see if it is true by allowing all forms of criticism to test it, and if it withstands the test of criticism, then it's worthy of being called truth. What was that?
Oh, sorry, I was just going to say, I don't know if it's worth using your example in a way, but I guess I'd see, like, the colour of my jacket, for example. I have friends who are colourblind, and they would perceive it completely differently, but that doesn't mean that they're wrong. That just means that's their perspective, that's how they've grown up, and that's how they see it, and really, colours are just light refractions. They don't even really exist. It's just reflecting light off of things, and animals will see that differently, everything will see that differently. So I don't know, I guess I don't necessarily know if I feel confident in saying there's, like, truths and non-truths.
So if they're colorblind, they wouldn't know what blue is anyway, right?
Well, my friend does know the concept of blue and uses colourblind glasses, can see things. I mean, he's red-green colourblind, so he can see blue anyway, but if, for an example, he doesn't know what a true red looks like, he has an idea of it. He knows that when he sees a red light, even though it doesn't look red, I guess he knows that it's red for other people in a way.
So with his glasses, if he was to look at your jacket, he'd still see blue?
Sorry?
with the glasses that he wears, if he was to see your jacket, would he still see blue or would he see red?
He'd see. He'd see a different colour. Well, he can see blue, but if he couldn't see blue and he looked at my jacket with his glasses on, yeah, I guess he'd see blue the same way we do, yeah.
So the glasses would just help correct the truth that he still stands, kind of thing, you know what I mean?
I wouldn't say it corrects it. I think it's more just for fun. He just gets to see things how everyone else sees them, but it doesn't necessarily mean that now it's blue forever, or it's like, you know, that's the truth now. It's like, it's just...
I mean, would you say that truth versus subjective opinion is that even something that you can compare it to? Can we compare truth to subjective opinion?
Yeah, I understand what you mean. I guess maybe it was a bit silly to follow with that, because there's definitely things in the world that are true and aren't true.
Otherwise, we'd all be doomed that nothing's true, and I'm not really standing here, and then I can actually fly.
Yeah,
but
like the sun rose today, that's true. Went down, moon's up there. You know, that's the truth. That's true.
But truth, by definition, needs to be exclusive. You can't have two different truths that contradict each other, because only one thing can be true. And by default, what it's going to do is it might offend some people, and I think the best way to go about it, which is what we're doing right now, is to have a conversation with people. And you know, we could definitely differ in our beliefs, but exchanging information is always a beautiful thing, right?
Yeah, no, I agree with that fully. That's very true.
You've been lovely. Thank you so much for your time.